Welcome to our first module of the Leadership Skills series. My name is Bashaa'ir and today we'll be talking about conflict negotiation. As for the overview of this module, first we'll start off by talking about what is conflict. We'll look at the different types of conflict, such as external versus internal. And lastly, make sure you check out the case study at the end of this module located at our website to further help you understand exactly what conflict negotiation might entail. So, what is conflict? Conflict is defined as a process that begins when one party perceives another party has negatively affected or is about to negatively affect something that the first party cares about. So I like this definition because I felt like there are a few key words that are important takeaways, and the first being that conflict is a process. When most people think about conflict, they think about some identifiable action. Like you see two people arguing, clearly there's a conflict going on, but there are many steps involved in the creation of a conflict. The second point being that it starts at negative perception. When one party perceives another party, once that negative perception has been created, that is the true start of conflict, just the thought in itself. So let's move on to external conflict. External conflict occurs when pretty much anyone other than yourself is involved. So if you're feeling any kind of negative perceptions, remember that, towards anyone other than yourself, it is said to be an external conflict. The last thing you want when you are involved in an external conflict is high emotions. Whenever someone is emotional in a conflict, you rarely get any progress done towards finding a solution. So it's very important to remember to keep a calm behavior. As a leader, you may be asked to resolve external conflicts that may happen between your employees. When this occurs, it's very important to note that you don't want to take any sides. You want to be open and honest with your communication and be receptive to what both people are telling you. As a leader, it's not uncommon to find times where your subordinates or employees are struggling to make progress for reasons that come within. They might feel like they aren't moving fast enough or they aren't working hard enough. Whatever it may be, they just simply aren't satisfied with themselves. And in these cases, we call those internal conflicts. In these situations, you want to make sure that you're asking the individual for their own reasoning why they are upset or ill-satisfied. You don't want to make any assumptions. You want to let the person themselves tell you what they feel is wrong. Based on that feedback the individual gives you, you can then decide the best course of action for helping to resolve the conflict the individual is facing. But until then, you want to make sure that you're being considerate and listening to all of the concerns they may have.